Hi, you guys. This is the Pretty Coach Oracles, formerly known as Autochthonous Eris, also formerly known as Leo's Love Tarot, and so many other things I am coming to do. Just another general reading. Um, I had this desire to call this one Girl Talk, so that's what this will be called today, Girl Talk, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so that actually happened to be a card that I saw while pre-shuffling in one of the decks. It was Girl Talk and then Heart with the Key. And so that's where the inspiration came from that. Some of you guys could be having a lot of girl talk already, or some of you guys could actually be desirous of it. Who knows? Okay. I am about to just give this reading. I'm also feeling like this need to share with you guys where I currently am because I don't know. There was just these thoughts rambling in my mind about how some people tell you to watch out for certain readers, to pay attention to what's going on in their lives, and I don't want to say that that is not some wise information because it can be, but I think that that comes from a desire to be cautious. I'm sure, but I also was there was something about it that frustrated me because I think that people expect for those who are like us, who are so called healers or we're tarot readers, to have all of our shit together just because we are so talented and gifted. The first thing I want to say to this idea, there's a scripture that just came up, but I want to just get my main idea out first. And I'm going to let you guys see me really quick because it's been a little minute. But here's what I mean. A lot of us experience a lot of our healing. A lot of us experience the activation and reactivation of our spiritual gifts um, when we are in some of our darkest times, personally. So I think that some people try to warn you and caution you against listening to readers because, oh, their life could be to shit. It could be in shambles. And that's not true. But sometimes this is when we are activated most. The scripture that also came to mind is that gifts are given without repentance. And so the way that I'm looking at that is that it doesn't matter if we're in our dark season or our light season. When you are called to something, when you are talented, when you are spiritually gifted, your spiritual gifts were not yours just because we were going to be perfect all the time. In fact, I believe that it is through our spiritual gifts are like our lamps, okay? So the people who I speak for and that I speak to, your life is not going to look like no crystal stair. Your life is not going to look like you have everything together. And then for some of you guys, it may. For some of you, you may have, reached certain levels of having stability and things in your life, but a lot of healers do not. So I want to come and talk about me. I am currently just finding out that I'm expecting for the second time in my life, and the relationship with the partner is not the best. So that's my life so far. I am still spiritually gifted. I am still spiritually anointed. And this is just yet another thing that I'm going through in my cycle of this life until I learn the lessons that I need to learn. I am in a karmic cycle. It's not about me. I could be. I am in a karmic cycle. So if you ask me, this puts me right on the front lines. Okay. So I just want to say that my life is not all the way together. At any moment, I am a step away from possibly being homeless. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not currently working a job. I have been diagnosed late in years. I have ADD. Apparently, it was formerly ADHD. And it is finally making my life make a whole lot of goddamn sense. Okay? Like, oh, so that's why I can't hold down a job, or that's why it's harder. That's why I give a strong 6 months and then it's time for me. I'm looking for something else. That's why my spirituality and anything that I'm interested in revolves somewhere around things that are spiritual and me being able to use my spiritual gifts. Oh, so I am considered poor as far as in the grand scheme of things of this plane. I am considered poor, but I know that I am not totally poor. You know what I'm saying? So I am not this I'm hearing this phrase that my dad used to say. I'm not a piece of leather that's well put together in the sense of looking as a person who's got all of her ducks in a row. I'm not. It's this is a beautiful mess, and well, this is a beautiful disaster, is what this is. And I just want to say that before I get started, so that people are not looking to me like I have my stuff together because I'm doing these readings. But I also don't want you to think that you can't hear my readings or you can't hear the messages. Like, take the messages, and even if you don't respect the messenger, you know? So that's my little spiel for girl talk and everything. Please excuse me, I'm visiting. Malachi, please stop yelling. Malachi, all of y'all stop yelling because I'm recording. Thank you. So I'm about to hop into this reading. If you do not mind being on this journey with me, if you've already been with me and you are just tuning in for the first time in a long time, then I want to say thank you so much for being with me all this time, even though I have been in and out, in and out. For those who are returning and you're new and you're meeting me for the first time, I don't believe that we're meeting by coinkydink, so welcome to you as well. All right, let's get into this reading. So, at the bottom of the deck, after I had gotten through shuffling and stuff and preparing and asking Spirit for our collective messages, I had the moth. Guys, there are flies galore in here, and I'm going to try not to be super bothered, but they annoy me. But the moth is a nocturnal animal, right? The moth actually has sight in the dark. So I don't have the booklet for this, so I will be going strictly by intuition about these messages, okay? All right, this will be the energetic message, the oracle, the spiritual message here. My little trusty assistant just decided to show up. Here we go. So we have the crocodile coming out. Um, well, everyone's home. So anyway, we've got the crocodile energy showing up here. Another animal that can both see in the day and the nighttime. They are look at okay, we got a lot of nighttime nocturnal animals showing up. We had the moth, we had the panther, and now we have the crocodile. Um the crocodile could be considered a predator, a fierce and ferocious beast in its terrain. Um Something to be feared in nature. It has a very thick and scaly skin. It can roam on both land and in the water. So for me, that makes it a powerful, in a spiritual sense, a powerful manifester. Okay, able to represent material things, terrestrial things, things about the body, but also the spiritual world, the emotions. Is the crocodile can lay low and be underwater for a long time compared to obviously humans and stuff like that without air, and then they come up and they roam on the earth as well. So to me, they're a reptile for sure, but they remind me of snakes still. I don't know why, but they just do. So I'm trying to think of what else I feel with this. There, to me, there's just something about the nature of our environment connected to this card that helps us to be calculating, cunning. There is a wisdom that comes from all animals in the wild. And so I'm thinking that this is something that is okay. One of the other readings today had me talk about basic instinct. We're going to keep this going because it seems like this is still the energy, a basic instinctual kind of energy here, okay? So we've got the panther. The panther is also a nocturnal animal, another fierce and ferocious beast. So what I will say here, because I don't want to spend too much time and I don't have my book, guys, um, I want to suggest that you guys look into the spiritual meaning and understanding of crocodiles And then I also want to say do the same thing for the panther, also the cheetah, and the gazelle. Okay, these are my next three cards at the bottom of the deck. And then you also have the unicorn. I know that panthers, another energy of, you know, moving at nighttime. So let me explain what I mean by night. Night can talk about, yes, the cover of night in the physical world with what we can see, okay? But night can also talk about the spiritual world, the the world that comes alive when all is dark, when certain things are no longer clear to be seen, okay? So this instinct that I'm talking about, I mentioned sharing in this video before I started the actual reading that some of us, it was some of us can some of us work best in the under the gaze of night. Whether that could be considered ignorance or whether that can be considered just we are cloaked, we are hidden. We may be able to absolutely blend in. You may even be considered, I'm hearing the word inconspicuous, but the word I was thinking about is in what am I trying to say? When something's so insignificant, that's what I'm trying to say. You could even be considered insignificant. You may not really uh put too much fear for whatever reason into the hearts and minds of people, but that is until they encounter you, have an experience with you. There is a lot of energy showing us that something is going on in the unseen, in the supernatural, in the nighttime. And many of us are going to have our spiritual eyes on, the eyes where we can see in the dark and in the daytime. The cheetah talks about moving very quickly, moving fast. So does the gazelle, by the way. I feel like some things are going to be happening, guys, that are we're going to be required to be able to think quick, to think fast, to think on our feet, to be cunning. Both of these, the panther and the crocodile, they have to be shrewd. They have to be cunning. It could literally cost you your life here, okay? It's a jungle out here. All right, monk could be significant for some of us, okay? Who is also an autistic young man. Okay, let me go ahead and get this. There are my cards. This one. All right, so let's get these messages, shall we? This is for the collective. Take what resonates. Please leave what does not. The first card we have here is the clock card, and here's what it says: need time or takes time. In time. It could also talk about cycles, time to heal, and also progress. This clock card makes me think about the Wheel of Fortune, period. So something that is fated, something that is destiny, something that is cyclical. It is time. Whatever season you may find yourself in, it is time. That is why it is happening. Um, the next card is self indulgence here. It says focus on self, self worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self appreciation. This is what I'm feeling like the time is here for. It is a time for us as the Empress, or a time for us as the Divine Feminine, whether you are male or female. But for me, a lot of times I'm talking to who I'm seeing on the card. So this would be women. Remember, I said girl talk. So this is for the ladies. Um, for those of us this energy is already channeling for, and you're already understanding everything I'm saying and feeling me and whatever, we have had issues, I think, around self-worth. So now it is time for us to focus on ourselves and to sit with that and to really Observe ourselves from a place of love and objectivity so that we can begin to do that healing work within us. Okay. We also have the X in my most likely outcome energy. So listen, this is what it says: breakup, separation, stopping the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. So I'm going to say that all of those could be really true. With every word on these cards could be true for wherever we are in this life. Because the truth of the matter is, it is all about perception, right? So for some of us, we could be getting ready to what we're doing. We're looking at it as we need self care, self love. We've been doing this pattern thing for a really long time, and we are recognizing that we've been keeping up this trail of this behavior and racking up the same type of men or women, whoever you deal with, and stuff like that. And so some of us are ready to break the cycle. Some of us are being literally called. It's time. Okay. And it doesn't matter how shocking, how all of a sudden it is to somebody. Okay. They could look at you like you are the worst person in the world right now. They could be looking at you like, why would you break us up? I still care about you, but they're not understanding that this isn't even personal. It's personal as in it's personal for me. Okay. Now this leads me to the overall energy. Sunglasses was the first card out. It says watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focusing out. So focusing out for some reason, I don't know why that makes me feel like fading to the background type energy. So, but the biggest thing that stands out for me is the word perception here with the shades. It's possible that somebody with the focusing out, this could mean that they could be only seeing a certain aspect, okay, a certain perception, right? You have a particular line of view and you really can't see anything else, okay? Whoever this could be a cross watcher, this could be somebody that you are dealing with, or this is you to the collective I'm speaking to. We have Hand of Cards here. This is the Ace of Spades that you're seeing at the front of the deck. So I feel like this is definitely in alignment with being initiated, with being a master of the mysteries of God, okay, or a mistress rather of the mysteries of God. You have a lot of information. Your experiences have truly helped to shape the way that your mind works. This is why me and my girls, we're neurodivergent. We've been through a lot. We see things so many different ways. And let's be clear, okay? Everyone that really exists to me is neurodivergent. Like we all have these different ways that our minds work, you know? Anyhow, here's what this card means. Before I move on, spades can deal with strategies. Okay, so boom, that's really important. A master of strategy. It says take a chance. It can indicate risk, being strategic, options, not showing your hand, and also gambling. Now, remember, we had the panther and we also had the god doggone crocodile, which remember I was telling you that these to me were these animals that represent great cunning. This is what that deals with: strategy, precision. It can literally save your life, or it's a matter of you eating or not eating and being hungry in the wild. You understand what I'm saying? So, this is really important. The last and final card is the runner. So it says runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, and or listening to the ego. So let's see. These were just the overall energies. Let's get into some tarot in regards to these messages. Spirit, please show us a little bit more. Thank you. We got the first card here. This is that cunning energy. This is that strategy. This is that planning. For some of you guys, you're going to have to be stealth like. You have to be quiet about what you're doing. This is what time it is. This is the first card out, clarifying the clock. Okay, so we're going to have one card per thingy here. Yeah, listen, can't make this up and I'm okay. Grateful. All right, so we got the Page of Pentacles here. So, what is going to be new for some of us, this new skill set that is being developed for some of us, is us working on our self worth. Literally, this is going to be new because I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, You have what, for whatever reason, you've developed this ability to just really be focused on other people, even if it doesn't seem like it. Even if it doesn't seem like it, you could be around a whole lot of people. You could be a person who even keeps to yourself. But when you come out of your shell, you are dealing with when you come out of your shell, you are a person who still kind of tends to everybody else's needs. It's everybody else over yourself. And so this energy of focusing on yourself and doing only for you and carving out time. I even feel like something tower moment wise is going to happen that's going to sit you down, okay? Whether it's an ailment, some of you guys could have to go to the hospital. Some of you guys may have to experience some jail time. I don't know. Some of you guys may just experience this overwhelming strong desire to go on a trip, to go on a vacation, but something you need this time to yourself. It could be a staycation, okay? The point is, you are understanding that you need to get to yourself. Not only do you need to get to yourself, you need to be able to hear your own self think. Some of us are lost, okay? And you are wondering why you can't really manifest. There's like this little spark of stuff, but you don't have you're hoping to make a blazing fire and you can't start at your fire. Like there might be little to no motivation at all, and it's because you have lost your own self. You've lost what makes you unique, your unicorn essence. You've lost that thing that you came here with, and now is the time for you to go and get it back. This could be what the Page of Pentacles is dealing with. Finally, we have as a matter of the last and final outcome, we have a moment of clarity, or many moments. We have these epiphanies. We have your strategy that comes to you as a gift from God. If ever this was an ace of sport, this is the ace of spades. This is just like the hand of cards. This is what's happening. And there is clarity with this. There's truth that is spoken with this. There are there could be an amazing idea. It could be one or it could be multiples, okay? I'm also seeing a D or a letter P here. And if you turn it like this, it could also be the letter B. Just depends, whatever makes sense to you. But the Ace of Swords is here. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarian energy showing up. Just, yeah. So let's get into it by clarifying, and then I'm going to move on. This is more of the longer video of, I'm going to break everything else down into clips. So the first cards out, I am seeing the Five of Cups, and I'm also seeing the Four of Cups. So I feel like this could be what's motivating someone to maybe abandon someone or abandon ship. Okay, whatever that ship could be for some of you guys. For some, it's work. For others, it's personal and familial connections and relationships. Okay, for others, this is a romantic situation. Look at this. The reason that somebody is leaving is because they feel like they're unclear, unsure. There's a lack of will, a lack of confidence. I also feel like just somebody's simply not happy. They are depressed. They feel like something is missing. They feel as if they missed an opportunity with someone. This person could have heavy Capricorn, Scorpio, oh my God, Taurus placements. But I was really trying to say Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio looking at the cups. Also Leo placements, okay? Or this could be what is happening during this season. Technically, it's called Leo season, even though right now the sun is still in Cancer, okay? I feel like somebody is thinking about walking away because they are not able to fully be themselves, and they're not currently content with who and where they are in life. So it may not even be this other, it may not be another person, okay? It's just, it could be you. It could simply be you. I see the Seven of Cups. Some of you guys are dreamers. You're weighing your options, okay? You are getting into this energy of like, there, it could be an illusion, but it may not be. It just really depends. Now I would want to clarify this card. So you got the Seven of Cups here. This is all about dreams and stuff like this, where somebody is dreaming. They're in their head and their feelings so heavy. I feel like someone is trying to see something clearly first before they start moving, but this is inactivity. It's also giving that there could have been an illusion. Somebody is in this energy of weighing options, okay? I feel the need to keep on pulling for this deck, so I'm going to do it until we got the King of Pentacles, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo energy. This is who is in this energy of trying to figure out, like, what do I have here? You know what I'm saying? What am I about to do? What are my options? Um, what are my options? Okay. Now I'm going to move on to the page. Let's get this Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles has the Eight of Wands coming out very, very quickly. So, guys, I want you to know that a page is about someone who is a novice. They're just starting out in something, okay? Listen, the Nine of Cups. This is about self indulgence, focusing on the self, becoming content with the self. This is what somebody is becoming a student of. This is what someone is beginning to learn about how to please yourself, how to fill up your own cups instead of looking to someone else. This is a new way of life for some of you guys, okay? I am seeing the Page of Cups in the reverse. I feel like someone who could have feelings for you, but they could be very immature about how they are showing them. Someone's going to be a little upset. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. Or it's possible that you would have already explained these feelings. You could have already had a conversation with someone. What I'm also feeling is there could be a lot of emotions, but they might not be being expressed at all, or they're not being expressed well. Like it's just really crappy. And it's because maybe if there's two parties that are being shown here with both these pages, or if there are two energies being shown, it's just this is uncharted territory. Um, and just I feel like someone is petty and immature and they don't know how to deal. Could be both people, okay? Oh God, I see the Ten of Cups in the upright. What the heck is going on? You guys, I feel like some of us could be receiving word about somebody. Somebody could be receiving word. It's like as soon as someone becomes content with themselves and really regains their focus of themselves and can see themselves clearly again, all of a sudden, like they may leave behind someone who's in the Page of Cups energy and still experience a Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is about wish fulfillment. It is about having what all the things that you feel like you want, the things that you feel like will be a dream come true, a wish come true in all of your types of relationship. Spirit, show me more about the Page of Pentacles. I just kind of feel like some of us are going to have to let maybe an immature idea of love go or relationships go. The Two of Pentacles is here. This is about learning to balance, juggling, or just already knowing how to do that, multitasking, prioritizing. Someone is going to prioritize a relationship. I have the Four of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, which is about this could be about releasing. Give me a minute. I'm getting a phone call, guys. All right, you guys. I'm sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to breeze through the rest of this reading because I'm getting a lot of commotion in the house that I'm in. So I want to make sure I get this out to you guys. So I remember leaving off at this idea of learning to prioritize and multitask and juggle. Somebody's finally going to get that under wraps. From there, we saw the Four of Pentacles in reverse, which was about letting something go, releasing something. Um, what could have been released is the ability to juggle and multitask. From there, I do have the High Priestess in reverse. And then I have the Ace of Cups. So I will say that what I feel like is being released is this idea of a person or an energy who is very spiritually gifted, but they're not walking in their spiritual gifting. Also, you know, a woman or a man who is choosing to walk the higher road could be the one who's being released. And as a result, there's a renewal of love, or a brand new love, or a spiritual awakening, or the renewal of the spirit overflowing. Okay. Uh, Clarifying the Ace of Swords, I have the Hierophant in reverse, which can sometimes deal with a person who puts on airs like they're spiritual, but they're actually not. This could also be an unorthodox relationship coming into fruition, okay? This could be understanding that somebody is never going to commit, okay? That somebody was faking about commitment the whole time, or they're non committal. And so, a non committal soulmate, or just this very innocent, non conventional type of situation happening. I see this more so probably as a situation or a scenario where there's just going to be this person who is getting their life together. This is the most eligible bachelor, bachelorette, or a kept woman, kept wife, kept mistress. Okay. I also saw the three of cups here, so bare minimum there's going to be a conversation about reconciliation with somebody with the lover's card. Okay, now this is in reverse. It either indicates that this is a false love situation, or that this will have already taken place, like you're going to have already met this connection where there's love and healing and stuff there. But in the reverse, this can deal with a choice, maybe to, or this could indicate disharmony in a connection where there's been a quick reconciliation, possibly, and someone goes into hermit mode, focusing on yourself, you know, using your discernment, using your wisdom, and that's to be by yourself, to be single. Wait on your ships to come in, get the strength, courage, and wisdom that has really been inside of you all along. Somebody else is going to be, I think some of us are going to be moving from feeling stuck and feeling bound and feeling like we didn't know what to do, to all of a sudden, some of us are in the Queen of Pentacles energy. You are a boss, you are a wonderful manager and steward of the home. You could be someone's wife, someone's mother. Um, but you're going to have your needs met fiscally. You are going to be literally the air and the epitome of stability. Okay. That is the reading for some of us, for our highest good and the highest good of all, connected to this message. Peace, love, light, and darkness, which all work together to bring balance and harmony, first within ourselves and then within our worlds. Bye, you guys.